March of the Machine has brought us some of the coolest reanimation cards that I have ever seen, specifically talking about Kroxa and Kunaros in today's build. And as of right now, guys, it feels like I just can't lose. That's right, we're talking about a Mardu reanimator deck revolving around Kroxa and Kunaros. And let me tell you guys, I still don't know if I'm pronouncing Kunaros correctly, but I know I mispronounced it many times today. I've mixed the N and the R. It's a whole thing. But anyways, I don't read so good. I've never pronounced cards very well, so if that triggers you, I apologize. But anyways, let's jump into it. Kroxa is a really sweet card because it has a lot of keywords tied to it. It's a 6/6 body. But what's great about this card is it can reanimate another creature from your graveyard if you're able to exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Kind of a throwback to Theros Beyond Death. You know, the escape cost, pretty sweet. But that's actually one way to reanimate things, but we're actually going to be reanimating Kroxa as well. We've got Invasion of Tolvada. This is a really sick reanimation card that's really busted. It comes in as a battle. It reanimates any permanent that you want that's not another battle. Once you kill this thing and you flip it over, all your tokens are going to get +1/+0 and lifelink. It also creates tokens every end step, which is really sweet. Now, our other reanimation targets for these two cards also create tokens, which synergizes great with that ability. We've got Sanctuary Warden, Kaya, and Toxrill all producing extra tokens for us to get that bump from the backside of Tolvada. And then Kroxa and Kunaros has some great targets to hit as well. Now we have Pylon as a new card for removal as well. I thought this would be a great removal spell because it can also surveil and put things into the graveyard as well. Other ways to put things in the graveyard are Elder Dragon and Fable, which both also produce tokens for us to get that bump off the Tolvada. And then early game we have Destroy Evil and Abrade as our 2-drop spot because I thought it answered a lot of the field. I mean, almost everything really. It answers artifacts, enchantments, as well as has creature hate as well. And I think that's been working really well. Again, we went on an absolute tear with this thing. I think I'm 7-0 with it currently right now, so feeling really good. These games were super exciting, especially the last one. It was a bit of a nail biter. But if you are new here, we do post videos typically 5 days a week. So if you guys enjoy content like this, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, subscribe, all that stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said though, guys, enjoy the video and we'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. All right, guys, I'm excited for this one. This one has been pretty freaking amazing so far. I was planning on playing this deck all day today at work, and I was like super excited to get home and try it. And currently 3-0 with it, feeling really nice. Opening hand definitely not keepable. Gonna have to send that one away. I mean, we'll keep it, but geez Louise, we're gonna need some help here. We're gonna send Toxrill away because the Warden can actually draw us cards if we can get that to the graveyard. That's tough. Bad starting hand. We'll have to work through it. Hopefully we top deck something like a Fable. We'll be in really good shape, but that's a big if. I had to rep the Mardu Mob shirt today for this one. All right, let's get this down and in play here. Let's go ahead and choose a swamp because we need that more than anything here. All right, the opponent on mono black, Graveyard Trespasser. Oh no, talk about a bad card to see in this matchup, huh? Let's go ahead and get down this, and let's play out this, and let's just, thank God that I played that for a swamp that heaven there. So may not be a whole lot of reanimating going on in this game. We might just play the Warden out on curve here and whatnot. All right, let's get the Liliana down. You never know, though. I could just go ahead and plus Liliana next turn and, get down the reanimation spell after that. It will come down to me blocking, though, obviously, against that Graveyard Glutton, which will be giving up my Flesh Gorger. But to protect Liliana to get a plus off might be a pretty smart call, because I think Sanctuary Warden's going to be super nice, especially drawing us cards and stuff like that. We know what they're taking away here. Obviously they're taking the Toshiro. It's got to go. Graveyard Glutton too good here, unless they have like an Invoke Despair in hand here where they need the Toshiro for mana. Looks like that's going to be the case. That's unfortunate. No attack's going to protect Liliana just in case, but we have a feeling we know exactly why they took away that Glutton. It's pretty obvious. Toshiro taps for mana, so there it is. There it is. I guess I should have attacked. All good though. We've got ourselves a Warden coming down now. We found that land drop, which is nice. Drawing a card. It's a land. You hate to see that. A couple of options here for the invasion, which is pretty cool. We can kill the invasion with a simple attack from the warden as well. Not to mention the 1/1 tokens are going to get much bigger and have lifelink. So all in all, a pretty bad start, but you know, we're coming back. It's pretty strong so far. We're coming back. We just survived 2 Invoke Despairs. I wouldn't say unscathed by any means, but in a much better spot than I thought we'd be. I really want to maximize this one and we play it for its enter the battlefield ability. I think getting this down is going to be the best option for us here. All right. Attack over this. That'd be nice if I could take off a battle counter, but it's not. It's a defense counter, I think is what they're called. Or that's just the amount of defense it has, but it's not actually a counter. That's what I meant to say. All right, so we got an Abrade here. Abrade does kill Tashira, which is nice, but I think we can wait to use it for something a little bit more important. In the meantime, Broken Sky comes down. All of my tokens are now going to have that buff as well as the lifelink on them. So tokens are good here. Tokens are clutch. Toxra on the bottom. And they hit us with a Corrupt, which is going to make them eat 7, but they also gained a 6. So not much of an effect for them. Easy to deal with. Sorry guys, I'm still struggling with allergies. I will be for a long time, so you'll have to bear with me on that. Still gonna save the Abrade here. Not really scared of anything they have to offer us right now. Let's go ahead and get in a second Flesh Gorger here. Trying to think if there's any way I can produce counters. I can draw more cards, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Send these over the top. The opponent has something for 1 mana here. Cut down. Makes sense. All right, we eat that. No worries. No worries. We eat that. We'll drop another Flesh Gorger here. Give them something to think about. A lot of lifelink on the board right now. I mean, every time that we drop a Flesh Gorger, that's another lifelink body they got to deal with. Not to mention this also has lifelink. Wish we had better circumstances to, play it, but we didn't exactly have a great start to this game, so we'll take what we can get. This card is absolutely silly, man. The Broken Sky side of this card to give me a token every single turn and a very relevant token, a flying lifelink body, is so busted. So busted. Corrupt maybe again, but then they don't need that mana though. Why would they tap that land? Why would they tap Tashira here? I don't know, but they did just hit our Broken Sky, which is a bummer. That is the 3rd Invoke Despair though that we've eaten here in the top 20 cards of their deck, so that's a bummer. Let's see, they're gonna start hitting the graveyard now. We gotta be wary of that, so killing this is kind of imperative. Shoot. The fact that I have to discard a card when targeting this is a bummer. Here's what we'll do. We'll play Liliana here.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers.
We'll play this. And we'll do this. I think that's the best route we could have gone there. Could take a loyalty counter from Liliana here to draw a card, but I'm going to decline that option. Hit the opponent, take them down to 3. Discarding cards could be extremely good here, especially if I get Croxa down next turn and I have no hand. Plussing this is going to be really, really great for us. All right, so they have no way of dealing with the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger here without taking 7. Unless they're able to passively, force me to sack it in some way. But there's really no cards I can think of that do that. So I think we've got this. Yeah, that's GG's. Let's go. 3 Invoke Despairs, top 20 cards of their deck, and we still pull out with the victory there pretty comfortably, I'd say, too. So Man, 4-0 with this thing right now. Absolutely cruising. I'd really like to get the Kuranos down in that game just to kind of showcase it. But again, we didn't have the graveyard for that. I was hoping for, you know, a couple of my, you know, fables off the top in the beginning of that game like we do here. This is much better. Much better start. We've got some early game interaction with Destroy Evil. If we're up against, you know, I've seen a lot of Skrelv's Hives and things like that. So Destroy Evil is a pretty good answer for that. But we don't know yet. We'll see. These are some cool sleeves. Mono black again, potentially. Concealing Curtains. Wow. Okay, Destroy Evil does in fact hit that. So that's a target. Let's go. Clutch. I couldn't fathom a 1-drop creature that we were going to be able to take out there, but they played the perfect card for that, so that works out. All right, the best thing that can happen to us here is if we top deck a really good creature or Kaya. All right, that's not either one of them, but we have one more shot at it because we are going to be able to do the level 2 on the Saga here next turn. I'm just looking to try to discard something relevant so we can get the invasion out next turn. That's the hopes. And we have a hand that could pretty much deal with almost anything except for planeswalkers, so I'm pretty happy with that. Destroy Evil hits enchantments, creatures. Abrade hits creatures, and also artifacts. So that's not bad. Anything but planeswalkers, you know what I mean?
Nobody knows Dominaria.
All right, yeah, there's the -2. I figured that was going to happen. Oh, we did get a Warden. Let's go. That's clutch. This only hits creatures, which is a bummer. I have a feeling that Abrade's not going to be as relevant as Destroy Evil, so we'll drop that to get some more card advantage. Nice. This doesn't hit planeswalkers though. That's a bummer. Well. Definitely gonna play this. I just don't know what I want to do with it yet. Do I want to discard any cards in my hand here? Not really, because I kind of need the land in case we miss a land drop. So I'm gonna go ahead and just create the token. I think that's fine. Plus Liliana's gonna probably, you know, plus here too. That's a bummer. We're gonna lose the Destroy Evil off of that because I have to make sure that I'm able to play the invasion next turn. And you know, we'll have a 4 dragon to attack into it, taking it down to 1, but that's not exactly enough. So we might direct our attack to Liliana instead. But we do have 4 cards in the graveyard. About to be only 3 though. All right, we'll take that. Anytime we can get him to use a sweeper like Path to Peril on one singular token, I'll take that all day. Not to mention Liliana, if it does plus here, it doesn't have a good -2 next turn because the creature we're bringing back here is going to be the Sanctuary Warden, which does generate a token. It's so funny too when I see Liliana come down and people like this who are afraid to do the +1 because they don't want to lose any of the cards in their hand. It's just unfortunately part of the deal, it feels like. So I feel like it's kind of funny to see them shy away from doing it. All right, that's a pretty good card here. We've got all the removal we could ever ask for. We got Pile On now, which does in fact hit planeswalkers, so that's good. And we can start copying Sanctuary Warden as well, which is really silly. Things are going to get real ugly for the opponent here. This card is absolutely aces though, man. This card is so busted. So broken, man. And the fact that it can get permanents in general, man, kind of like, you know, hitting Kaya and stuff like that, like Invoke Justice does. Or like, it's kind of like a mix between Invoke Justice meets like Recharge, Resupply. That card, so good. Because it's so underrated to be able to hit more targets than just creatures, you know what I mean? Then you got a whole backside of the card that you have that you can utilize. So good. Now, this does hit this pretty easily, and it's probably the most efficient card currently we have here, but I think I'd rather take the current hand because these two answer more threats than just the things we see here on board. All right, so they're clearly struggling here to find some sort of answer to our current board state. I don't blame them. It's pretty ridiculous what we got going on here. I do hate that, though. That does bum me out a little bit because I would have loved to have copied the Warden, but can't have everything, I guess. Can't have everything. Okay. They really don't want me to flip that over, and I don't blame them. Would have taken quite some time to try to figure out this little pickle that they're in here, but unless they find another like swamp, but even that, I mean, even that doesn't quite save them, does it? Invoke Despair? Not really. All right, I'm gonna decline this because they may actually answer this with some sort of like go for the throat option. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and attack through to ensure this flips. We'll always get the Warden shield counter later if we need to, but I don't want to get instant speed hit with some sort of like go for the throat option. So pretty proud of myself for catching that too. Normally I'd take that shield counter all day because it's such an obvious thing to do, but when you have 2 mana open like this, we've seen Shieldred's Edict, which is, you know, an answer that could have gotten around that, but the fact they haven't played it already means that they were hoping that I was going to crack that shield counter. At least it felt that way. One, two, three, four. We're going to connive one here because I want to make sure I have 2 mana open to just blow this up as well. All right, and the surveil here is really important because if we do find like a Kroxa, or I'm sorry, a Kronos on top, or Kroxa, it'll be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just dump both these off here. Filling up the graveyard. I want to make sure we get a good Kroxa Kronos off. All right, blow this up and say go. All right, so we're sitting on 2 creatures on board, about to be 3 all lifelink bodies, and an enchantment that's going to continue to create that, you know, those threats. The opponent does have 3 cards in hand. Oh, and a good card comes off the top, but unfortunately for them, we have the perfect answer for that. We draw Kronos and Kroxa, which is fantastic, but not the mana to play it. All right, we answered their immediate threat there with that Phyrexian Arena. I don't see how they come back from this. I mean, Path to Peril, though, we've seen it. Good shot that they have another. There's the scoop. We had a really good Kroxa too next turn. It was going to be so much fun. Every time we get the opportunity, I feel like, to show it, we're going to have a struggle hitting it. I only have 2 in the deck because it's the right way to play the card, I think, in this build, but I would like to add more just to ensure that we get this off one time around. But we have 10 cards in the graveyard right now, so it wouldn't be too hard for me to just exile 5 and get down like a full Flesh Gorger. But can't have it all, I guess. GG. All right, well, that currently makes us 5-0 with this thing, which is really awesome. I haven't seen a ton of variety yet, though. A lot of mono black. Obviously, we saw this Orzhov list last turn. Some decks we played that you guys didn't see. I did play some sort of like Esper deck that was running soldiers. It's really strange, but pretty cool. All right. I wanted the option to play Liliana next turn, so I was hoping to maybe play this land, but I didn't want to bank on us hitting another swamp there, I think. All right, so let's get down to Fable here. And we're up against mono black again, by the way, guys. Yeah, like I said, not a ton of variety here today. Go for the throat, cut down. There it is. Morbid Opportunist. It's a card you don't see every day. All right, we will drop this and probably just 1 Liliana here. Missed the land that we needed there. Bummer. I needed to find a land in order to get the Liliana down. That's a bummer. Okay, so let's get this down for a swamp then. And let's kind of rinse repeat here. Taking some early damage. Don't love that. Morbid Opportunist going to get him a card too. Also don't love that. Couple of cards in the graveyard though, starting to build up a little bit of a situation there. And it's a Shieldred. Got a good answer for that. Oh, you know what? That was a mistake. Should have done that prior to drawing that card because we were going to do that anyways. Yeah, that was a mistake on my end. We took 2 damage unnecessarily here. I should have thought my play out beforehand because we have to discard 2 cards here as well to draw some more cards. I need to ensure I have a land drop here, so I'm only going to drop the Toxrill. Hit the land anyways. Bummer. All right, let's get down the Liliana here.
No more distractions.
All right, and we've got the pylon. All right, so not my best you know, segment of these games, that's for sure. Could have cleaned that one up a little bit, but ultimately I think just taking 2 more damage than we needed to there. Shadow. We'll hit that with the pylon. Or we can have them and just invest a bunch of money or mana into that first.
Drop it.
Okay, so we've got options here. This can be pumped for 1 here with this in order to block, so we don't have a great attack here unless we just want to kill it right now straight up before they invest any mana into it. Is there any reason for me to just pass the turn, allow it to pump, attack, and then kill it? I don't think so. I think we just take it out now and get the treasure. I think it can kind of go either way with this, to be honest. But we'll go pylon here. Full mana. That can go... Well, actually, we're at the point where we can start looking to play these things, huh? Yeah, we can play this next turn, which is really good. All right. There's the GGs. Yeah, we were kind of running away with that a little bit. The value is just starting to become too much for them to deal with. Still no Croxa, though. Darn it. You know what's funny is when I started recording too is that I had such a great game where I got Croxa down and attacked with it and was able to reanimate twice with it, but not today, huh? All right, well, this hand looks really good. It's very slow. We don't have any 2 mana, you know, answers, but this could be really good or really bad because we have 2 creatures we can drop off to the Fable, which is always fantastic. Those are pretty aggressive colors sometimes. Then again, I run those colors as well, so we'll see. Double Fable, okay. Fable as well. Okay, we'll trade off some Fables here. Love that. I also love that as well. That's going to be able to not only sweep the board up for us a little bit, but also redraw an entirely new hand. This was the card that kind of set everything up for that Croxa in the game prior to us recording, because it was able to basically unload our entire hand of like 6 cards, and then we got a fresh 6 and we drew into the Croxa, which was great. Croxa and Kurnos, 2 of my favorite cards back in the day, man. Chandra and Liliana teaming up, huh? I have no reason not to block here. I have a good turn 4 I plan on playing, and I don't necessarily need the treasure for the 5th land drop, so I think it's a good block here. That's a scary card. I can't stand that card in this particular matchup, man. That card is gonna be a problem, that's for sure. Let's drop 1 Toxrill and 1 land just in case they're able to get that Trespasser attack through. Well, we know they're going to be able to get it through, right? Yeah, we're full sending anyways, huh? Let's just do this, see what we hit. That's a pretty good hit because then we can make a good block against the Trespasser, right? Which is pretty sweet. Is that the move though, or do we just go I don't know what the move is here, guys. I don't know. I'm actually at a loss right now. I think it's got to be this so we can make a good block. We have to stop the trespasser from being able to get through, right? So we'll go with the Flesh Gorger here. I do not love it, but for now we don't have an answer for the trespasser, so we're gonna have to just go ahead and throw out a body in front of it to keep it from attacking, because if it exiles things from our graveyard, it can really throw off our game plan. That's really annoying. Still, they send it anyways because they really want that Toxrill gone. But at least it puts the Flesh Gorger in our graveyard. It's a nice little flip-flop there. We lose the Toxrill, but we gain a Flesh Gorger in the yard. I think it's kind of worth it in some ways. Alright, well, they can't copy this, so there's really no reason for me to do the number 1 saga here. We'll go with the number 2. And I think, honestly, we get rid of the whole hand. Looking for our reanimation spells. There we go. We got a Croxa and Kurnos. Bring that in. Bring the Toxrill back. Money in the bank. Show them what you make. Let's go. They've only got 4 mana to work with, too, so pretty strong possibility we get through these next couple of turns pretty unscathed. Never mind. What are they running exactly? I don't quite understand their deck. Well, it could be... Well, I was going to say it could be a bombardment sort of deck because of Chandra, but no, it's not because we have too many creatures. Don't quite know. I don't quite know, but I do know that we're playing this. We're playing this. By the way, card's a little bit strange, guys. You're going to have to exile the 5 cards first before you do anything, and then you choose a creature. Toxrills in. Let's go. No attacks. Pass the turn. Eat them up for those Toxrill counters. Now the Blazing Sky, when it dies, is going to be able to do some pretty crazy abilities. Some treasures, some card advantage. Got to keep an eye on that. I'm just so happy we got Croxa down. Even if we lose this game, I'm just happy that we were able to get it down. That's not good. They get 1 creature from each of our decks here, right? All right, they're getting my Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, which kind of sucks. They get Graveyard Trespasser. I mean, that's a pretty good trade-off. That's not terrible. That was not a very good breach. Oh, they can go Planeswalkers? I thought it was creatures only. 10 cards for each player, creature, or Planeswalker. All right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But what we're going to do now is we're going to bring Kaya in here, right? We have 7 mana. We do. Bring Kaya in here, and we're going to exile. Well, how much damage can this do? 5? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Because we're going to kill that Chandra next turn. So, yeah, Kaya's going to come in. We're going to exile the Blazing Sky. That way they don't get the value off of it. And then we will attack through to that Chandra, killing it, which is fantastic. Oh yeah, we're definitely in the driver's seat right now. Definitely in the driver's seat at the moment. This turn's a no-brainer. We're going quick on this one because we know exactly what we want to do. We're taking this.
First you, then your ghost.
Oh, it doesn't have haste though. Didn't even know that. Okay, well this has menace, so that works fine. And then we don't mind allowing them to gain some life here. So we attack there as well. Yeah. Sounds good. I don't know why I thought this was going to come in with haste. All right, so we have a lot of cards in the graveyard, but we have no creatures. Let me see. Exile 5 cards in graveyard when you do return target creature card. Yeah, there's only creatures, no planeswalkers. So we're going to decline. But if we do get a Flesh Gorger, let's say the Flesh Gorger blocks here, we can bring it back next turn. That's pretty sick. They kind of helped us out a little bit there with that breach. All right, cool. So they do plan on attacking, obviously, I would imagine. Well, they can't really because they got to deal with the Kurnos block. I don't know what they're going to do yet. It's actually pretty interesting. What should we do here? I think what we should do here is we should sack the Toxrill, right? Because we can get it right back with the Kurnos. Yeah, it's got to be the play, right? Obviously, that goes to 7/5. We double block here. We get the treasures. Fantastic. And then we exile the Shieldred. making it our own. And we get Toxtril back. I mean, that's a win-win-win across. Kind of stinks though, because we are going to be giving up the Kaya potentially here on this turn. Do we love that? Not really. But we can't allow Shieldred to flip. We just can't. So we're going to have to give up the Kaya here.
This wasn't part of the deal.
There goes the Flesh Gorger. We attack in. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And honestly, I think the Flesh Gorger is going to be a little more dangerous than the Toxtril at this point. They don't have a board state, right? Which is good. And then on top of that, it's harder to deal with because it's got that ward mechanic built into it where they've got to take the 7 damage. So I think just trying to kill them at this point is going to be the goal before they get another Shieldred down and flip it. So I think getting down the Flesh Gorger's got to be the play, right? Kroxa and Kurnos popping off. This matchup just happened to play pretty well into our favor though, with all the milling here that they're causing us to do. But they're able to do some nasty stuff here. I'd imagine Chandra's coming right back. And they're gonna take either my Warden or my Toxtril. Either way, that's not good. Oh man. They might have got us here. That's actually a really good breach this time around because it fills up our graveyard even further. Good thing I have both my Kurnos and Croxus though. That could have been bad. Oh man. We'll see. I think we're fine. It's just that's a really good breach. The first one, not so much. The second one, we'll see. Oh, they can steal my Kaya. That's so good. No. No, now they can actually exile my... Oh, I don't know why I keep thinking they can only take creatures out of my yard. That's so good. I mean, hey, it's a great match. It was a great match. If they pull this off, and they pull it off, you know? I don't think they have a great creature to bring. Oh, they do. They have an Atushi. Oh, if they bring back Graveyard Trespasser, though, and then they exile the Warden or something like that. Let's see what they choose. This is gonna get tight. Okay, they bring back the Atushi. That's fine. I can live with that. Atushi. I call it Atushi. All right. Got that. Let's see. Man, it'd be really nice to just find invasion off the top. All right, so they're gonna pay the 7 here to have Chandra deal some damage. Fair enough. Okay. That's not good because if they... Gosh darn it, dude. What do we do here? Well, this is the obvious play, right? But I like trying to figure out how we get out of this. All right. Oh, here we go. This is actually a good one. Toxtril on this point would be pretty good because it takes out this, right? Which is what we're really kind of worried about at the moment. But then Kaya just minuses 3 again to steal my other Kroxa. Well, then we're left with the Toxtril though, right? So it's like, yeah, we'll do it. I think that's the move. If we send this through for an attack, they would have to double block. And I would take this out, but then that wouldn't really get us any further, would it? No, not really. All right, just checking my options here. Checking my options. All right, so we have the ability now to sacrifice some of these slugs because I do have treasures, which is fantastic. The opponent's at 9 though, man. What are they gonna do with that Kaya? The Kaya's what's scaring me right now. They're beating me with my own card, which is so Stressful. I like it though. I like it because it's something that I would do, but man.
Dematerializing? Huh.
You thought wrong. All right, cool. We get the Toxtrol back next turn. That was a really good play, or kind of a mistake on their end. Whew. But that's not a mistake at all. That's a really, really good card. Oh man. Oh man, we don't get that back either. Oh, this is not good. It's not good, my guys. It's not good. Yes! Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's got to be Kaya, right? I don't want it to be Kaya, but it's got to be Kaya, right? Gotta be.
I've killed many who deserve death. Now I'll protect those who deserve life.
Yeah, I can block up top next turn. This has got trampled though. Oh man, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do here, guys? It's gotta be. I just can't let this flip. I can't. I can absolutely not allow this to flip. All right, we keep the original. Honestly, forgot about the fact that we were going to pick that off with the ability off of Shieldred. That was a happy coincidence. Not a coincidence. Obviously, that's what it's supposed to do. I just did not remember that was going to happen. Is there a reason to attack here? Or just get him dead? I don't know. I think we get him dead here. All right, sweet. Us taking out the Atsushi there was really, really good. I completely forgot when the ETB on the Shieldred was going to do that. So much going on in this game. A lot of new cards, man. It's bound to happen. Mistakes are going to be made, obviously. So it is what it is. All right, how many cards do we have left? 16. So we're not going to get milled out unless, of course, they drop another huge bomb with that Breach the Multiverse card. Man, struggling here. Top 5 cards of their library, and they get to play them to the end of turn. Okay, so both of these are just dead. Great. But we're fine because we have Kaya still. And Kaya can plus. We go to Sanctuary Warden. We draw, you know, some cards. Create some bodies. And they're down to their last card in hand here. So, I mean, we're in good shape. What a game this is, man. This is so much fun. No matter what happens here, I'm very happy with this game and the way it turned out. Win or lose at this point. All right, we're definitely plussing. Gotta start looking to kill here. Looking to kill.
It's what you deserve.
Take the counter off of Kaya because the shield counters are definitely going to be very, very relevant. And we'll pass the turn back to them. They're down to 4. We just got to hit them one time. Chandra's ability, though, pretty annoying, but not able to kill something with shield counters. So here we go.
You'll never guess what I
Oh, no way, Briv. Okay, wait. Can they play all these or just one card? Until the end of your next turn, you may cast among those exile cards. If they go with Burn Down the House, they take 2 of my shield counters, but it doesn't kill the Warden. It all comes down to whatever that last card in their hand is. What does that do? I didn't even actually read that one. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker battle. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. Oh, they're looking for that extra answer here. They're looking for that extra answer. I can't believe they didn't play Burn Down the House because now they can't kill the Kaya. They really, really should have swept the board, I feel like. But I guess if this card in their hand isn't a kill spell, Warden's left on the field, they lose anyways. So I guess this gives them at least a chance. But they didn't even put the card on the bottom. Wait, did they? I didn't see him do it the first time. Oh, that's GG's. That's GG's, guys. undefeated today with this thing. Absolutely incredible. I might be jumping the gun here, obviously, but we'll see. Let's go. Let's go. Huge, man. Absolutely huge. What an exciting game, man. This deck is sick. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. That last game was exciting. I love that. I want to replay that game over and over again, but I did actually have an absolute blast with this thing today. I will be totally candid with you guys. I did not think that when I put this together that it would be this good right away. I thought I'd have to do a ton of tweaking. The only things I really had to do was I fixed the mana base up a little bit, you know, toyed with it, got it dialed in, and then also added that Elder Dragon War. The first 2 games I played with this, I had the Wandering Emperor in that spot for tokens and trying to get, you know, some good convoke targets for, I'm sorry, good convoke targets for Pylon, but we didn't need that. I actually needed more ways to get the great graveyard filled up for Kroxa, and I thought that was a great way to do it, and it's been serving well. I mean, again, I'm 7-0 currently with this thing. I'm gonna go play it some more to get a bigger sample size, of course, but currently feeling like a house, and I didn't expect that to be the case. I thought it'd be good and I'd tweak it and get a little bit better, but man, came out of the gates hot. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Super fun. I actually really think that the early game with the Abrade mixed with the Destroy Evil answers so many things too. I think that's a pretty sweet little early game combination for a lot of control shells or mid-range decks. But anyways, I'm rambling. That's gonna do it for me. I just want to say a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who made it this far into the video. It helps more than you'll ever know. I really do appreciate it a lot. And then also a special shout out, as always, to anybody who is part of the Mardu Mob. Shout out to the Mardu Mob, man. This is the membership program on this channel, so everyone who's a part of it helps essentially sponsor the channel every month. So huge shout out to them. I do appreciate you very, very much. Hoping to get some exclusive content for you guys soon with the box opening stuff. A lot of things happening personally in my life that's making my time a lot shorter than usual, but hopefully I'm back on track. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at with videos. Hopefully this weekend goes smoothly and we can do some stuff for you guys. But thanks again. I appreciate you, Mardu Mob. Huge shout out and love to you guys as always. Couldn't do this without you, honestly. So thank you. And that'll do it for me, guys. We'll see you back here next week on Monday for another set of 5 videos, some bangers hopefully. And till next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.